An emotional day in a Sacramento County courtroom as a man hears his sentence for driving drunk on the American River Bike Trail right towards a group of cyclists, killing a Sacramento man. Prosecutors say that the repeat drunk driver kept driving until his car basically shut down because of the damage. Good afternoon, I'm Golston Dar.
I'm Lisa Gonzalez. 27-year-old Armando Moreno Rodriguez received 16 years to life for the murder of Michael Dodson. KCRA 3's Michelle Bandor was in the courtroom. She's live near the trail where people are using it, and they're supposed to feel safe from traffic since cars aren't allowed there, right, Michelle?
Yeah, a lot of cyclists and people running and with their baby strollers come here because they know that there are no cars here. But that day there was. It was 9 o'clock in the morning and Michael Dodson was out riding with a group of friends, and that car came driving onto the path after prosecutors say he plowed through the main gate, came up here on the path right towards that group of cyclists. The repeat drunk driver, who was on probation for a third DUI, hit Michael Dodson, and Dodson died 30 days later.
Hello, my name is Armando Moreno and I'm an alcoholic.
And that's why two heartbroken families are sitting in a Sacramento County courtroom today.
I know the term senseless loss is used a lot in this building. This is such a case.
A case where a 76-year-old man who served his country as a U.S. Marine and traveled the world on his bike died while riding with a group of friends in his hometown of Sacramento. Michael Dodson, who logged 1,000 miles a month on his bike, was an adventurer.
Mike was in phenomenal mental and physical condition. He was a vibrant man looking forward to many years of happy life.
Dodson's last ride was in June of 2021 with his friends in the Sacramento Wheelman Cycling Club on the American River Bike Trail, the last place you would expect to see a car.
Everybody on the bike trail that day was a potential victim.
His head was driven through the driver's windshield, so he knew what he had done. He then left him dying on a bike path and ran away like a coward.
I am here to take full responsibility for my thoughtless, reckless behavior and to deeply express my remorse.
27-year-old Armando Moreno Rodriguez was already on probation from his third DUI and driving without a license when he killed Dodson. He apologized to both families.
He felt it was a nightmare, which it was, but a real nightmare. And he has to live with it. He'll never wake up from that.
Dodson's twin sister and other siblings say it's been tough living without their fearless brother and say his death shows glaring issues in the court system when it comes to repeat drunk drivers.
It's really a drunk driving issue, and to have somebody who's been convicted 3 times have the ability to get behind a wheel of a car and do this, there needs to be some rethinking about how we sentence people who are habitual drunk drivers.
And while remembering their brother today, the Dodsons say that Michael Dodson was also part of a world record-breaking skydiving team. He recorded thousands of jumps during his life. Moreno Rodriguez told the court today that he plans to share his story of the grave mistakes that he's made, so he says he can help prevent other drunk driving deaths. Reporting live in Sacramento, Michelle Bandor, KCRA 3 News.
Michelle, what did Dodson's siblings say about the apology that was made to them today?
Yeah, they say this was the first time they actually heard any remorse from the defendant, but they believe that that apology was hollow, that it was just, he was sorry because he has to go to prison. Lisa.
All right, Michelle Bandor, thank you for the live report.